Do you have a Twisted Banshee task in Old School RuneScape and have no idea where to start? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly that. It's going to be a quick guide on how to slay Twisted Banshees in Old School RuneScape. The requirements to kill Twisted Banshees is 15 Slayer, and they are assigned from Turiel, Spria, and Mashner. Let's take a look at their stats real quick. And as you can see, they aren't really that difficult of Slayer monster to kill. They have 100 HP, which is great because that gives you 100 Slayer XP per kill, and their defensive stats aren't terrible. So technically they're weak to magic, but honestly they're not really that strong. So you can honestly use kind of whatever combat style that you want to use. They do have a max hit of 9. They are aggressive, they're not poisonous, and they also do magic melee damage, which means you should be wearing anything that has a high magic defense like Dragonhide. So Twisted Banshees are located at the Catacombs of Kourend, and if you don't know where those are, it's literally in the middle of Kourend, so right here in the Catacombs. Now there's a couple different ways to get here. You have the Xeric's Talisman that you can use the Heart Teleport to. You can also use the Kourend Teleport at level 48 on the regular spell book. You can also get here from Port Sarum and just take it over to Port Piscarillis, and then just head over to the west. And honestly, those are probably the easiest ways to get here. The teleport to Kourend only being a level 48 is massive, although I'm pretty sure you need like the Client of Kourend quest done to complete that, which is pretty simple to complete. But those are kind of your options to get here. You can also get here by using like the minecart network if you want to, but you still need to be on Zaya in general. So I'd recommend just using these two teleports, or just running to Port Sarum and just running over to the west once you get here to the dock. And I feel like since I'm mentioning Port Sarum, there's a lot of different ways at Port Sarum. The boat you're looking for is right here. This boat right here at the northern side. Figure I should just throw that in there anyway. So as far as your equipment goes, like I said, they have magic melee attacks, so they are actually magic attacks, but it's melee, so it's kind of weird. So you want something that has a high magic bonus if you are going to straight up hit them. There is a weak spot. So if you're doing magic for the safe spot, you can go ahead and just put on your best mage gear. And you also do need earmuffs. I want to call that out. You need earmuffs. Although at this level, you'll probably have a Slayer helm, but if you don't, make sure that you wear earmuffs. If you don't, you will get smacked, and also your stats will be drained. So highly recommend earmuffs. Don't do this task without earmuffs. The other thing you can do is wear a salve amulet if you're attacking them with just regular combat. However, if you want to use range or magic, you need a salve amulet imbued, otherwise that bonus won't work. And that bonus is a really good bonus. It's like 16% or something insane like that. The other thing you can do is also use Crumble Undead if you're using magic and that's something that you want to do. Feel free to use Crumble Undead, but otherwise just your best gear for whatever combat style you're using. And again, if you're using combat, I would just throw on your best magic protection like Dragonhide or something along those lines. The inventory is pretty basic. Ignore all this stuff. The only thing you really need is teleports out, food, and I would bring runes in order to high alch as well. Everything else you don't really need. If you're trying to kill these not in the safe spot, I would go ahead and bring some prayer pots with you as well. If that's something that you have access to and you want to do and you really want to AFK these, I would go ahead and bring those as well. But if you're in the safe spot, you don't need the prayer pots. There is also a superior version of Twisted Banshees. However, they literally just hit harder, so there's really no new mechanics or anything like that. So I'm not really going to go over that. They just hit a little bit harder, and you also need those unlocked through your Slayer Master. Also, I want to call out with my setup, I'm just doing this. I have really good range gear. However, I am just going to go ahead and use Black D-Hide as well as a rune crossbow to show you that these things are pretty easy to kill. I'm also just using adamant bolts as well. Again, I want to show you guys these things are easy to kill. I don't want to sit there, show up with my bow or blowpipe and just absolutely drain these. I want to show you guys that anybody can literally kill these. Now, I also want to take a look at the loot table as well. The average Twisted Banshee kills were 2k, and the average high alch value is 900 GP, which is kind of tragic. They drop battle staves, air battle staves, adamant mace, rune dagger, rune med helm, adamant kite shield, rune full helm, and the mystic dark gloves, which is pretty massive. This is the main reason why I tell you over here to bring your high alching runes, because it'll save you a lot of time running back and forth to the bank. If that's something you want to do, is just high alch. Next up, we have runes. They drop cosmic air, a couple different chaos runes, as well as fire runes, so nothing too crazy at these drop rates. They also do drop at a 34 and a 124 chance, and again, per usual, Guam and Marintels are pretty common. Everything else, not so much, and they also don't drop torstals. They also drop a bunch of different seeds. They do drop torstal seeds. They also drop snape grass seeds, snape dragon seeds, which is your huge money makers right there. And of course, they drop a bunch of other seeds. For the materials, they drop 65 noted pure essence, an eye of newt, and a mithril ore. Not really anything too crazy here either. They also drop coins at a 1 in 14 to a 1 in 18 chance for coins, and they randomly drop a swordfish because somebody at Jagex said, why not? You also have the ability to hit the gem drop table at a 2 in 128. And of course, there's some great things on here. Just in general, for an Iron Man, there's really not too much there for a main account, nothing worth a bunch of money or anything like that. They also do drop hard clues, and this is based on your combat achievements as well. The hard clue drop rate is increased if you have the hard combat diaries done. You can also get your totems and your ancient shards. All right, we are going to go ahead and show you guys where these are located. Go ahead and click the statue. That will take you to the Catacombs of Korend. Now, there is a agility shortcut that only requires 17 agility, so highly recommend if you have 17 agility, just run through here, but they are located in the south right here, right past the Ankus. If you don't have this shortcut, you're going to have to run over to the east, and then south, and then over to the west, running through Moss Giants, Bloodvelds, Jellies, Dagonauts, and Ankus. Otherwise, if you just run south, you have Ghosts, Cyclops, and Axes that you'll be running through, and then you're also just going to have to run through Ankus real quick. So if you have Protection Prayers, go ahead and throw them on, but I have that 17 agility, so we're just going to go ahead and run through. Again, we are running south, running past these Ghosts, running past these Cyclopses, and there's a hole in the wall right here that you are able to run through. After this, you're going to run west really quick to run past these Anku. And here are the Twisted Banshees. Again, they are aggressive, so they will just walk up and smack you. However, this is the safe spot. It's pretty easy. For some reason, they just can't get here. Now, keep in mind, I have 99 range, so like I'm smacking them, right? But I'm doing this with a rune crossbow and adamant bolts, and that's literally it. This is the safe spot. It's really easy. Nice and simple, pretty AFK. Again, if you wanted to, you could run out here into the middle and just take some damage, or if you're using your protection prayers, go ahead, but they don't hit very high either, so it's not that big a deal. But again, I just wanted to show you that you can do this with literally a rune crossbow or even less, right? People do this with a bone crossbow, an adamant crossbow. Like, you don't have to have good things in order to sit here and kill the banshees. But anyway, that's it. Every once in a while, Superior will join, and all you need to do is just teleport out when you're done, and you're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and get in a safe spot before I die. That'd be great content for the video, but I really don't feel like doing that. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them in the comment section down below. I will read those. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a like for the algorithm. I do appreciate it. Also, channel memberships are live. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, make sure you click the join button down below or in the description. I do appreciate it. That will also give you early access to every single video that I make. So normally I schedule videos out a few days to a week to a month in advance, depending on how ahead I am, since my schedule is every other day. But if you are a channel member, you will get all those videos as soon as I upload them to YouTube. Again, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.